Chào mừng anh chị đã quay trở lại với chương trình Bean Talks, nơi chúng tôi chia sẻ hai mặt hàng chính là cà phê và mặt hàng đậu tương. Welcome back to the podcast, Mr. Daniel. In
Thank
the
you.
yes, in the last episode, we already shared to our audience about trading tips, how to create your own trading framework, and we also received a lot of positive comment about how our audience, the trader, they they the very first time to heard about that new definition, and for sure they will try, and if and they will keep asking if they have any problem to create their own trading framework. And today we also go back to discuss about the market, as Mr. Daniel already shared on the screen, is a soybean market. Yeah. So as
Okay.
we also see, like after the big down in the last month, just nearly 1 month, right? Yes, very big drop. 70%, 70 cents is the biggest drop since 2023. And after that, the market keep move in the sideway with very large volatility. So we also got a lot of the question, like our the investor want to know more about the trend.
Yeah. Yeah. So indeed, we need to understand the trend, and at this time, it's very difficult. And this is very interesting, in fact, because when it's very easy to read the trend, we don't need to make a lot of things, and we just understand what is happening. And indeed, in that case, it's different. I think most of traders don't really have a clue if it's a bullish or bearish market. And frankly, if you look at what happened since March 17, it's neither bullish, no bearish. It's in a range. But anyway, to train, we need to have a view. So first, where do we come back? We come back from a big rally, and as you said, on March 17, there was a big drop, and from there, all the uncertainty started.
Mm.
So let's focus on this trading range now. And today I will share a bit with you how I'm going to figure out the trend. Okay. Okay. It's my own way. I mean, everybody can have his own personal way to define a trend. So we need to find some tools. So one of the first thing I would check is if I had a position now, a perfect position where I would like to have the stop loss. Okay. So if my view would be here. So for me right now, for the short term, perfect position will be a short position, and I would put my stop loss somewhere here. So this is a bearish indication, okay? Because right now it's better to have a short position. And this is the candle of today. Let's forget today. You see this candle? It's today. So let's forget today. Let's consider until yesterday.
Yes. Okay.
So yes, and now I'm wondering, since the beginning of this trading range, what is the most profitable position? And you can see that the most profitable position is people who went long here on 8 and get short here. So that tells me that the most profitable position is a bullish one. If you take the full range, the one which gave the biggest money. Then at that stage, you cannot say anything about the strength. The strength of the market is equal. Okay, there is no bullish or bearish stronger than the other one. It seems to be kind of equal. And if you look at the number of legs, look at here. If you are bullish, one leg, pull back. Second leg, pull back. Third leg, 4 legs. So it means on the bullish side, we already have 4 legs. On the bearish side, you have 1 leg, 2 leg, 3 leg, and 4 legs. The same. So it's exactly the same, So you cannot say maybe bullish are a bit exhausted because already 4 legs. No, the bearish also have 4 legs. So this one doesn't show anything. Now, do you see a pattern? Do you see a channel? So I see 2 channels. Sorry for the mess. It's a bit messy, this map, this chart. I'm sorry, but I need all these things. But you can see a trading range here, which is in blue here. See this one?
Yes.
And this trading range doesn't give the direction. It's a trading range. But you have also a bullish channel, which is here, the dark blue. You see? this one and this one, this is a bullish channel.
Okay.
So in term of channel, there is no bearish channel now, because we got a high here, a new high, so there is no bearish channel, but there is a bullish channel available. So that gives me the indication that could be bullish. Okay, so then I consider as a bullish point. Now the trading range, because we came from a rally, the trading range is indicating that the rally might be finished. So this is for me bearish. So you understand what I'm doing now? I'm checking what is bullish, what is bearish, and then I will make a total of all arguments and check which one is the biggest. So look at the moving average 20. The market is under the moving average 20. So this is bearish for me. Now, if you look at what I call a pivot candle, the pivot candle is the last candle which convinced me about the direction. So on Friday last week, when I gave my market insight, on Monday this week, when I gave my market insight, this candle here, this candle Friday, gave me the assumption or the impression that we are in a bullish market. Okay, so because of this candle, I thought we were in bullish market, but it was broken. It was broken on Monday. So this is not bullish anymore. It's not bearish, not bullish, but I don't have what I call a pivot bar or pivot candle, which really for me is a confirmation of the trend. So doesn't exist anymore. What is the best position now? The best position now would be to have open a short on Monday. If you open a short on Monday, it's good. So I would say this is bearish. This is bearish signal.
Because
you see this candle? Yes.
Because to be honest, now the market, it seems like more volatility with the news. I think not only the technical. Technical just maybe below 50%. Because where we have here the big candle, big red candle on Monday, right? Is the day when the Iran and US, they postpone they don't have any the conclusion about the negotiation, peace negotiation. That's why the market quite disappointed, and especially for the crude oil. That's why all of the market, not only the crude oil, some commodity related to the crude oil like soybean oil, corn, wheat, all of them, basically all the agriculture is also failed, and yes, end up the Monday with in the red. So do you calculate that news, that factor, the geopolitics in your analysis process?
So basically, after dealing with fundamentals for so many years on macroeconomics, I've considered personally that all the news we receive, I got too late. So I'm not trading the news, but it can explain. I agree with you. It totally explains. Totally, we understand. But today, I'm not going to trade the news because I think. Look at the oil, for example. Oil is going down. It's supposed to go up because US have blocked the Strait of Hormuz. So oil should be go up, but oil is not going up; it's going down. So it tell you that it doesn't work like it should, and that's why if you ask me if I consider the news on Monday, no, Monday when I traded, I didn't consider it. What I'm considering is where is the buying and selling pressure. That's my approach. But again, I'm not saying it's wrong what you're saying. I know it's totally right. But to trade the news, you need really to be to have special tools, resources, and that others don't have. And for me, the only approach which is the most suitable is where is the pressure. And indeed, now I'm checking. Now what I'm doing with you, I'm checking where is the buying and selling pressure. And if I go for the next. From the beginning of this trading range, right? There were more bull or bear candles, and there were more bear candles. Okay, so this is showing me that the selling pressure is a bit stronger.
Yes.
a bit stronger. Now, if I take the last 30 days, if I don't take only from 18, from 18 March, if I take the last 30 days, we have more bull candle. So this is bullish. And this candle here, it's really a big candle. It's a huge candle, right? So this candle here can be considered as the beginning of a new channel, a bearish channel. So I will consider that as bearish. Okay. So now, if you ask me about the size of all the bars, look at all the bars in the trending range. Do you see more red big bars or more green big bars? What do you see, Lily? In the world trading range, in the water, you see more big green bars or you see more red bars in terms of number of.
I already count, and to be honest, the number is the same. But from
Okay.
my, I think from my point, I think now the overall the red candle still control the market, the bearish.
So
Yes.
okay, yeah, the bearish, right? Okay, so let's continue a bit. So and so if you look at the last breaking out bar for the bearish is this one. And what is the last breaking out bar for the bullish?
The H3,
yeah, for me it's a 10 for me it's 10 April. It's a breaking bar, because it's a bar which is above 10 cents. So I call it if it's above 10 cents, I will call it a breakout bar. So you can see it's broken. So this is also bearish. Now look at the structure of the bullish channel. You can see the structure of the bullish channel. You see here there is a new high, and then this high is lower.
Yes.
And then this high is lower. That's what we call minor high, and this we call major high. Yes. So the major high is showing a buying pressure. Okay, and so this is still bullish for me because there is a minor, and suddenly you have a major one, which is almost a double bottom with this one. So for me, this is bullish. And okay, so basically, I end up, after explaining all these things, I end up slightly bearish. 55% bearish and 45 bullish. So when you end up 55 bearish percent and 45% bullish, this is very fragile. This is very weak. You find one or two more indication of bullish pressure, and you can switch to bullish. Yeah. So this is very sensitive. So then now, okay, I get a view. I get a bearish view. So then the next now is to wonder if the market is oversold. Okay. So when you are into a sell-off, like for 2 days now, it's to wonder if the market is oversold. So for me, the oversold is this channel. You see this trending line here. This is if the market goes there, it can be considered as oversold. But the market is not there yet, so I don't consider the market as oversold now. Okay. So and then now the question is, if I'm bearish, and I understood you're also bearish, right?
Yes.
So now the question is today will be a flag, or today will be a continuation of the bearish trend, and that's where you need to figure out. You need to figure out if you think that there is enough indication, thanks to your indicators, to believe that today a flag is possible.
Agree.
And if you are bearish and you think a flag is possible today, then be careful, because you are bearish, so you want to go short. Yes. But you think a flag is in process, then you have to be careful how you go short. Yeah. Either you don't go short because you think it's a flag today, so I don't go short, or you take a flag at a very high level because you think the market will go up for a flag eventually. Then you take a short very high level. You don't take a short near the entry of the day. You have to take a short very high level.
Yes,
I think
to wait. Yes. If I
to wait. Yes,
consider it's today the market closed with the red candle as the
green.
green candle. Yeah, we have to keep waiting. And but if today close in the red candle, but the close price still above the trading range, the blue one, I still wait because maybe the market keep still in the trading way, the sideway. So also nothing to convince me to enter the position. Yeah.
Yes. So that after it's again is an estimation if the market is oversold or not. So as I told you, for me it's not fully oversold, but is entering close to the oversold area. But if you consider it's already oversold, then even you are short, you are bearish. You cannot short because it's overbought. But I'm still thinking that eventually, this space between 1,158
Just
and
4 cent.
52,
Yes.
yeah, 4 5 cents. Still consider maybe the market can make it, and especially
Okay.
the market already move up for almost 5 cents, I think, right? So then maybe it could be an opportunity to go short soon. But really have to figure out, do you think that the market will continue going up, down? And then if you think the market has recovered enough, then it's a good level to short. Or you think, no, the market today might really correct, so I don't short. Or I really expect a higher level to short.
Okay, agree. So to me, also, uh, okay, you keep quite very tight, the number tight, like just 48 and 52, right, between the bullish and the bearish. And for me, I'd rather to choose 50, 50 ish, 60 ish about the bearish. So
Yes.
also, and we also share maybe is about the market about will have the flag, so keep waiting to enter the short position with high level. Okay.
Yeah, for sure, it's a light bearish view. And I think anyone has a bearish view now. It cannot be too
Correct.
strong. It's impossible. Impossible. We don't have enough indication, so we can have a light bearish view.
Okay. Okay.
And
So
yes,
very clear.
that's all. That's all what the market can give us now.
Yes. Okay, let's move to the coffee now because both the robusta and arabica is still higher than the last 2 weeks when the last we discussed, especially for the arabica because they have the five, and we see like the five continuous days, the 5 day in a row, it keep higher and higher. Yeah. So you
Yes.
yeah. So but mm, overall it's still like the trading range like it create, I think it's still accumulated the, it can consider like now is a bottom for the short term because the market
Yeah.
rejecting the lower price like from
Mm.
292. I think the market keep rejecting that
Yeah.
price. That's why it's pushed very higher in the last 5 days. And do you
Yes.
think this current trend will keep higher or any obstacle for the price to stop
I just.
the higher price? Yes.
I see we are in the range, in fact, right?
Yes.
The range is around the 300. I think the top is 300. I guess
Yes.
that's really seems that the market has very difficulties to go back to 300, and then you have a low at. Sorry, we switch already. Let me come back to the one. Yes.
Yeah.
So 300 and the low was at 284, right? 284.
Yes.
Yes. So yes, it's a range again. It seems to be a possible range, especially the 300. I think the 300 is so psychological, so psychological resistance that now I think it will be very difficult to go over that again. And personally, I still have a light bearish view. I still think the market is bearish despite the 5 days positive
Yes.
days.
Yes.
And but it's maybe switching because this I don't know if you notice this long trading line here in blue. Did you notice that?
Oh, I can see.
See,
Mm.
see, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 here,
Mm.
and six
Here.
candle hit.
Hit,
So that's where could be the trigger a rally again.
rally again, yeah. Because
Yes.
now it's also sensitive time because next week, is the first notice day of the May contract for both Robusta and Arabica, 21.
And I
Yeah,
think
so
options expire this week or expire options. Expiration of option is it was last week or I don't know for Robusta. I don't know if it's Robusta Arabica. I think there is an expiration of options.
you think the expiration of the option is also affect to affect
Uh,
to yes, because
yes,
I
but I don't
think
remember
the
which one now. If
oh because
it's
I think
Arabica or Robusta. Mm.
the liquidity in the option is quite low, especially for the
Yeah,
market.
no, Arabica not.
Mm,
Arabica I think is
Arabica not, but
not too bad.
Robusta.
But
Oh.
Robusta, you're right. Robusta
Mm,
much. In fact, I don't know. That's what I experience. Every time I try to trade the Robusta,
mm.
you have to wait till your order is executed. It's amazing. But Arabica is very quick. The options are executed very quickly. But Robusta, it's slow, slow. So especially when you want to get out of,
The
you want to
market.
sell your
Mm,
options,
yes.
but you get out of your position, it's slow. Sometimes it takes, I don't know, it can take 10. Last time it
Even
could
if
take,
you choose the market price, it also have a big gap. That's why you don't want to choose a market price. Huh?
yes, maybe even with market price, I think because, yes, there's lack of volume. I think
Mm.
there's lack of volume.
Yeah.
But as you said, yes, but Arabica, I believe the volume is more
More.
significant.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
significant. Yeah. And especially if you take the all open interest and you approach the expiration date. So then they will liquidate their options, so they execute or so they just get out, you know.
Okay.
And so anyway, I think and the COT, if I'm not wrong, the COT for Arabica is a positive one. They
Yes.
are long.
They're long. The same as the
Yeah.
Robusta as well. Yes. But
Okay.
the number the contract for the long position is also not so high.
They're not so big,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, not
It's
so
not a
big.
big
Yeah,
volume. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So I think overall, the market in the short term, it mostly it affected by the mm, first notice day when a lot of the traders they roll the month from the
Yes.
May contract to the further
Yes.
month like the
Big.
July and mm, the September, and
And I heard
especially
also there's an index rebalancing as well.
mm, mm, mm.
So that's why you have this rolling
Yes, it affects to the
and
fund money, the fund money flow. So, but in the chart, so do you think the market keep won't have the rally in the short term? Keep
yeah,
the current trend higher and
yeah, they are
higher.
the conditions now. Yeah, the condition there is a buying pressure which is clear.
Mm.
But personally, I'm not so convinced yet. I'm not so
Mm.
convinced yet because you can see the difficulties to break
Yeah.
this trading line here. You can see
Mm.
difficulties. And again, as I told you, there's this big resistance now at 300.
Mm. Yes, and
So
there's some
that's why.
yes. Mm. Okay, and other than fundamental news, it also like have to lift up the price, especially for Arabica, when the Brazil, with the dollar, the Brazil is increasing. The dollar weaker in the last at least 5 days. So it will lift up the price of Arabica as well. And yesterday we also read the news by the a DAF, a current DAF, a short DAF in the Arabica crop of Brazil. So both news also have to support the price higher and higher.
Mm,
And
yeah,
for
and
me,
in
I also
other
agree. I also
and
agree
other
that yes.
angle, they are
Mm,
saying that there will be a huge crop next year, right?
mm,
Right,
mm.
more news about that. But then not next year. Next crop Brazil will be good, very big. So
Correct.
all these things, they contradict each other. So
Mm. Yes, but in the short term, we also agree like the market is keep going to a new higher. Yeah. How about the robusta? Because the robusta yesterday it increased quite strong, but still
Yeah.
above both MA3 and MA20. So I
Yes.
think the Robusta is more weaker. Is weaker than the Arabica.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah. It's
very,
like
yeah. We can see very clear on the chart, like it's still in the downtrend in the range, right?
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's only some market makers maybe have decided not to go to push for a rally.
Mm.
Maybe they have decided, but at our level, where we are impossible for us to figure out if there is a very strong potential for a rally. We cannot. Only with three candles, with this big sell-off, you have only three candles positive.
Mm.
I think you need to be a market maker to say, okay, that's enough. That's enough now. Let's buy thousands of lots every day, and let's squeeze the shorts.
Mm.
But at our level, we have to be more defensive.
Mm.
Yes. So it's very brave to go long now in Robusta. Very brave,
Very
and
brave.
yes, very brave,
Agree.
very
Maybe
brave
the Robusta
after.
is got support from the Arabica price. That's why
Of
it's so
course, yeah.
live up. Yeah, I think that. Okay. So in conclusion, like for the soybean, you have the point. Your opinion is 52% is bullish.
55.
55,
uh,
55% the bullish.
it's 52, 55 is almost the same. So
Yeah, yeah, bullish, and the left was the bearish. And for the coffee bean, the robusta keep in the downtrend, and the arabica they will have the rally in at least this week. Keep continue this current trend, right? Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your time to sharing your opinion to our audience. And we also keep updating about the market commentary every day, daily. So if anyone interested, so can text us and we can add you guys to our group to update the market every day. And thank you for your time to join our podcast today and see you in the next 2 weeks. Okay.
bye bye.
Bye bye. Have a good day. Okay.